Well. If last week wasn't a big kick in the bollocks to remind us exactly how hard this league's going to be, this week certainly was, because what I saw yesterday was fucking worrying, to be quite honest with you. Worrying. Lots of people hiding, lots of people not taking responsibility, and lots of players just ain't got the bollocks for it. Like I've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks. Hello, my name's Nicky Hawkins. Welcome to the morning after the game before. Listen, I went into the Charlton game very confident that we'd get a win. I think we'd scrap our way to a win. I thought we'd, our qualities would show. But what yesterday did was a stark reminder that this league isn't about talent. Well, it isn't all about talent. You can have all the talent in the world. We've got some very talented boys. We're missing a lot of talent, but we've got a very lot of talented boys. But it's about standing up when it counts and getting down to the nitty-gritty. When teams come and they want to play ugly and they want to stop you from playing, you have to find a way to play. And we had no fucking clue. No clue. We got hit with a couple of sucker punches and we didn't have the fucking answers. It was borderline disgraceful what I saw yesterday. There are some players out there. Listen, this club is a mess. It's in a fucking mess. The ballroom's in a mess. The changing room's in a mess. Seems like the manager's in a fucking mess. The whole thing is a mess from top to bottom. And no, listen, I know that there's a lot to sort out. There is a lot to sort out at this club from top to bottom. And there has been for a long, long time. And the mess that the previous, or should I say current chairman, is left us in is fucking disgraceful, to be quite honest here. And I'm not going to, you know what? Obviously, I'm talking about the game. We'll maybe discuss this on post-match pint later. But he's a big part of the problem. Just turning up, distracting from everything, while the club's sitting below him, crumbling, and he's sitting there at the top of it like he's proud of it. It's a fucking disgrace. It's a fucking disgrace. The manager yesterday, listen, I've listened to some of the post-match interviews and that. He ain't got a fucking clue. He has not got a clue. Apparently, he told someone, I don't know how true this is because I didn't listen to all of the interviews. Apparently, he said he didn't know who West Ham's penalty taker was. You're the fucking manager. Oh, dear. Where do I start? Defending, disgraceful. For the first goal especially, so many people watched it go past them. Mavro for the second, I'm sure it was Mavro. Was it Mavro? Yeah, it was Mavro. Took the ball off the geezer, thought he could stroll away, thought he was too good for him. Geezer come fucking nicked it back off of him, and then that Campbell just fucking slotted it in the bottom corner. And do you know what? It's a bit disingenuous to sit here and turn around and say how bad we was, because Charlton were fucking good. They turned up yesterday. They got down and done their stuff well. And this is the difference. They are ready. These players think that they're too good for this fucking league. A lot too good for this fucking league. Some of them, you can tell the arrogance of them. The arrogance for that second goal was astounding. To kick the ball off of him like that and then try and walk away with it while you're surrounded by 3 or 4 players just shows you how little they show of the competition around them. And if you go into games disregarding competition or disrespecting your competition, you will get fucking humbled. And that is what we've been humbled. Humbled. Big fish in a small pond. We'd be lucky to still be in the pond, because next year we could be in a fucking bucket. It's, honestly, the players today, do you know what? I've said this for a long time. I love Jared Bowen. I love him to bits. He's one of my, he's one of the players that give me some of the best times of my life as a West Ham fan. But 90th plus minute, you're 2-1 down at home. You've just scrapped your way back in. You get given a penalty, you get given a lifeline. You're the penalty taker. You don't let anyone else take that penalty. You take that responsibility on your fucking shoulders. You turn around and go, wherever Tatty was kicking off or whatever, it take a physical fight to get him to get me. You know, he'd have to knock me out if I was the captain of that football club, especially if I was a penalty taker, and turn around and go, no. Let's sort business first. We'll argue about it later. How the captain has allowed a geezer, that was a fucking horrible penalty, by the way. It just seems like, you know, a lot of these continental players do this little skip and hop run up. Just fucking run up to the ball and put your fucking foot through it. Even if the keeper gets there, he's not saving it. To hit the post with stuttering one out, it's just a joke. No, but I'm sorry, but you know, again, the squad depth just showed, because when we was in trouble, we didn't have the answers. Well, Pirro don't come on and done all right, but we've got a lot of work to do in 9 days. But yeah, go back to Jared. You know, you step up in them situations. You take that ball off of him and you argue the toss later. You know, you take responsibility as a captain. And the thing is, if you miss the penalty, then it's on you. But that's what you should be doing. That's what you should be willing to do, is take that responsibility and take the blame if it goes wrong. And he didn't do that. He let the geezer take the ball off of him. He let him talk about the penalty. And the thing is, these players need to wake up and smell the coffee. If they didn't think that this was going to be a slog, if they thought they was just going to breeze through this league willy-nilly, not have to fucking worry about the opponent, just turn up and they'll win, they better be looking at themselves in the fucking mirror this morning. It's honestly, I was going to say I've never seen it this bad, but it's been this bad for a long, long time. No matter what league you're in, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter who you got playing for you. If you haven't got the bollocks to fight your way out of something, if you haven't got the bollocks to get down and dirty, match the other team and start scrapping with them, you're fucked in this league. Because 60% of this league, you can get through with talent. The other 40%, you're going to have to get down on your fucking knees and start fighting. Simple as that. Arrogance of the fans, yeah, absolutely fucking dead in there yesterday. Dead. Not that I fucking see a lot of it, but yeah, it was absolutely dead. But do you know what? I think the club needs a whole new direction in terms of a manager. I don't think he's that fussed. You know, I don't think he's that concerned. Doesn't seem like the club are that concerned, to be quite honest with you. It just seems like they're, you know, going through the motions and, you know, doing the bare minimum once again. Kretinsky needs to start fucking pulling his weight. If he's the fucking majority share, who knows who the fuck's the majority shareholder? Because we was getting reports the other day that Sullivan wants to buy back 51%, which will be a fucking kick up the bollocks to everyone in that fucking stadium that's bought a season ticket. I've got a feeling this was it, the plan all along. Who would I get in? Do you know what? I'd sack him today and I'd go to Eddie Howe and I'd say, sign that checkbook, whatever you fucking want to get you here. You know, get in this club and sort it out. We need someone with some bollocks, and that needs to go from top to bottom. Nobody's got any fucking stones in this club. Some of the fans ain't got the fucking stones for it. I think I just think we're tripping up over our own arrogance. You know, everyone's looking at Millwall. We're on 1 point. They're top of the league. I'll tell you what, mate. Listen. Championship comes at you thick and fast. And this is the problem, right? When you ain't got your shit together, when you ain't ready for it, when you ain't prepared for it, when you ain't prepped for it properly, right? You fuck up that game. There is very little time to make fucking changes and start adjusting things before the next one comes. We played yesterday. We're back. I know it's a cup, but we're back playing again Tuesday. And then we'll be back playing Watford again next week. You've got very little time to fucking start sorting it out. We are lacking in creativity. Badly. Solomon, listen, he didn't have the greatest game yesterday, but Solomon's a creative player, but you cannot just have one person because it's easy for them to fucking snuff that out. It's just we go sideways, but we're so arrogant with the football. We're so arrogant. That Mavropanos one, listen, Mavro's been a fucking a colossus, right? But the arrogance to walk out with the ball like that, thinking that that geezer ain't going to get up and then fucking put it on you. The arrogance of it. That's the Premier League players' mentality. They ain't ready to get down and start fucking scrapping. Tatty ain't up for it. The way he was diving about yesterday was a fucking disgrace. I'll drop that geezer. In fact, you know what? I've been on this channel saying, like, you know, he's the type of player that you want. He's fucking, you know, started fucking throwing his toys at the Prem. There doesn't seem to be a player that really wants to be playing here. Listen, no player wants to be playing in the Premier League, right? But you're the fucking problem. You're the reason why we're down here. It's down to you. If you're going to fucking stay here, right? There's 5 of them going out the fucking door right now that didn't want to be here, right? Diouf's off. He's gone. 40 million. Good money. But we need to replace him. The other 4, I don't think, well, we do need to replace them because they've already been gone. They've been checked out since fucking the summer, right? But they wasn't going to be in the squad anyway. We never had them. You know what I mean? People saying, oh, we need to replace them desperately. They wasn't even in the squad. He'd already planned to go with the season without them. But, you know, there is a massive, a huge, and I mean fucking huge amount of fucking positions that need filling with players that, what do I think of Engels? The first game, what can you do? You know, Engels wasn't the fucking problem. It was the rest of them. The rest of them that have been here for years and years and years. You can't blame a geezer for the first game. It's, you know, there is no one out there that wants to fucking take the game by the scruff of the neck and fucking control it. Shit. And I wish I could say that's the worst I've ever seen, but it ain't. It ain't. And I fear it's going to get worse. I just can't see what we're doing. I just can't see where, you know, listen, 2-0 up last week. That's how quick the championship is one of them leagues where it can flip on its head in an instant. You've seen it so many times, you know, clubs coming from down in the doldrums. But we in the way we are now, if we can't get a couple of, and this is what I said, we needed to get a couple of wins before we'd finished building. But I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's a worrying sight. But Tuesday, they've got to step up again. Championship side. We've done it against Portsmouth. We started doing it against Burnley before we fucking dropped off and the manager decided to fucking go back to his shell. We fucked it up yesterday. It's another chance to get going again because we need to start seeing something, because that, with everything that's going on now, right, if this keeps on getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, that ground can become a fucking toxic place. But there we go. We'll be back for post-match pint at about 12 o'clock. So tune in for that when I'll be talking to the boys. And I don't want to say come on, you irons, because they didn't fucking come on. But there we go. But come on, you irons.